CRX fenders, 84 to 87 CRX. The factory fenders are plastic, they crack and break. We've made these reproductions out of carbon fiber. Why carbon fiber? Because it's light and strong, and our composites manufacturer works with carbon fiber more than fiberglass. We could use the same mold to make fiberglass, but honestly, the amount of labor that goes into these, the savings in fiberglass over carbon is really not that much, right? These are not cheap fenders. These CRXs are not expensive cars, but it's unfortunate that just making these parts these days is sort of costly, and there's nothing we could do about that. But what we can do is show you some features and how these install, so that you can at least know that when you buy one of these fenders, you're getting really like the best quality product that we can come up with. So first thing first, the finish. The finish on these fenders is raw out of the mold. The weave pattern is usually pretty uniform. There can definitely be some areas like this where it's not perfect. This is where you need to understand that these are made to be primered and then painted. These are meant to be restoration parts, not flashy carbon fiber fenders. Now, that doesn't mean that you couldn't clean this surface and give it a light just buff and then clear coat it, right? You certainly could do that, but we're not able to guarantee anything like surface quality or little defective areas like that. So a lot of that can be worked out with post-processing, but again, it's not guaranteed. So these are raw out of the mold with no post-processing at all. Primer, thick primer coat, sand it smooth. Do not sand the base material itself. You don't want to sand carbon fiber in the raw. You will pull up some fibers out of here, and then it will just be a mess. So definitely don't do that. But you will, like I said, primer and paint it. And when you primer it, you put a thick coat of primer on, you're going to soften some of the edges that are here. Some features like this 8-pillar area, which I will talk about in a moment, there can be some finishing needed to get this looking like the best OEM sort of facsimile that you can. But the primer and paint, it will come out looking more like a factory part. We have trimmed the edges. We have drilled the holes. These are actually CNC located and processed so that they're all clean holes in the right spots. This area where the corner lamp goes just pops right in there, and really easy to install that. And so basically the fender is meant to just flop right on the car and mostly be able to bolt it down without having to do any fabrication. There is a caveat to that, and I will show you that in a moment. This bracket back here is a special 3D printed piece that it was a really complex shape that we used to try to make this shape in the carbon or composite material using different methods, and it just was kind of a mess. So if you have older fenders that we have, they won't have these brackets. They might have a 2-piece bracket, which is perfectly good. The 2-piece ones worked out great, but they became very difficult to actually install for us. So we came up with this 1-piece one that's much easier for us to install, and there's enough slack in these holes and things like that where you can kind of move the fender around however you need it to bolt it in the right spot. But that is a really cool feature that you will not find anywhere else, and this is probably the most similar part to the original fender because they were all plastic, and this area here is just what it is. So yeah, let's go pop this thing on the car and see how it goes. So this bolt in here, that's a really important one. That bolt is where this fork goes in this bracket. So when you're sliding this on, you want to make sure you line up the fork with that bolt. And it kind of pulls over the edge of the frame here, and when we slide the fender back, we're trying to hook that in. Boom, hooked, and then the fender just sort of falls in place. All these bolt holes should be pretty well lined up. You may need to open up some of these but you shouldn't need to make any new ones or relocate them. So that's pretty cool. Also, we have down here this bolt hole, that bolt hole. Now there's some movement here. That is so that you can shim the fender to get the right fit against the hood and the nose panel. These cars, all these fenders have always had much larger holes than the mounting hardware is, and that's to allow you some adjustment. So it won't lock into one specific spot. Now back here, you'll notice we do have, it lines up with this hole here and down below as well. The gap to the door has been probably the biggest pinch point that we've had with these fenders. But what you'll see is what we've decided to do is so that when you have this fastened here, the gap here is a little inconsistent, but it's really tight, and especially at the top there's a little too much material. And we did that on purpose because when we were trimming along the scribe line that we had, we were getting really inconsistent fitment here. So what we decided to do is like, hey, let's leave a lot of material so that the end user can kind of like shape this to however their door is fitting and get this gap to your own liking. So it's pretty much an adjustable gap here. So when you get the fender and it's got like extra material or looks like it's off a little bit here, just keep in mind that's intended so that you can adjust it to fit your needs. So another thing I wanted to say was down in this area here, you can kind of see where the bracket and the layer of carbon don't perfectly lay on top of each other, and there's a little bit of a edge in there. That's where you're going to use some body filler or seam sealer or something like that. I think once you're done shaping this, or you can put some body filler all around in that corner to make it appear to be one piece, and shape that again to your liking. So there's a little bit of artistry maybe needed up here to get this looking exactly the way you want it to, but that is really the only part of the fender here where you're going to end up having to do a little extra work. But we've tried to do most of the hard work for you, which is, you know, making it look like the original fender, making it fit like the original fender, and then making it consistent for us to produce it too. That bracket really helped us out in making these really consistently made. So there you go. That's our CRX fender, and I think we're the only people in the world making these in carbon. For a long time we were only ones making them at all, and certainly we're hoping to be the best ones out there with these fenders so that you can keep your car on the road, because too many of them are off the road just because they're missing a fender or something like that. So there you go.